You know, like that. Declan Rice is like one of the most overrated players to ever breathe oxygen, yeah. And then you've got Vieira, who is again nothing, bro. These are the kind of players, yeah. When Arsenal have 90% possession, all these guys look good. Do you know what I'm saying? But in a proper game of football, yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, do you know what I mean? Rice and Vieira and then Odegaard. Bro, when I saw that midfield, I said, yo, Tottenham midfield gonna deal with these lot. And then in the second half, when they brought on Havertz and Jorginho, it was the same thing, bruv. Like, that Tottenham midfield three, yeah, cooked up the all Arsenal's midfielders. Everything they had to offer, bar Party, got dealt with. Your whole midfield, all five of them. You know, like that. So, and if you did a combined 11, they wouldn't put any of those players in. So this is what I mean. The combined 11 thing don't really mean anything. Because if we're doing a combined 11, yeah, like Madison's Madison, innit? Madison gets in my combined 11. Basuma gets in my combined 11. And then the third spot's up for grabs. If you don't want to give it to Sarr, who was immense, by the way, do you know what I mean? What, do you give it to Rice? For what? Because of his name. But what's he actually done, though? Nothing.
What annoys me about these Arsenal fans is they're all coming out now going, oh, Spurs think they won. You got a point. You're desperate. You're hungry. No. Do you know what Spurs fans are happy about, Rants? It's all the wild, delusional takes of 5-0, 5-1, 4-0, 3-0. You come to your manager said he's going to come and play football. If you do that, you're going to get battered. We'll destroy. It was all the adjectives. Yeah, It was battered, smashed, creamed, whatever word you want to put in there. We went there. I didn't see any evidence that was ever going to happen. Their goals were scored by an own goal and a penalty where I'm not sure what Romero's meant to do. The ball's blasted in from 1 yard.
He's not meant to do anything.
And I was told all week, Jesus going to do this to our back four because it's no good. Saka's going to do this to our 20-year-old left back. What? Our 20-year-old left back had an iffy 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes, he looked nervous. He got the yellow card. After that, I mean, I'm going to go down the training ground tomorrow and see if we're allowed to get Saka out of Udogi's back pocket.
Yeah, he didn't get nowhere near.
Where was Starboy? Like he did. Like they're like, oh, he scored a goal on a penalty. No, he didn't. Romero scored an own goal for a shot that was going wide, and all right, he scored a penalty. So what? Like I didn't see Odegaard. Like where was
Odegaard? Hey, listen, that guy, yeah. Listen, oh my days, he's good on the ball. Like on the ball, I rate this guy. I rate him.
Yep.
But this guy done saying that. When I say he's good on the ball, yeah, even that, there has to be a caveat. Because when I see him playing, yeah, when he's being pressed and he's under pressure, he doesn't look good. Do you know what I mean? There's certain players, he's technically very good. Good way to pass, can receive the ball. But when you press him and you put him under pressure and you don't let him have the time he needs, he looks suspect, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? He does. And you see that game against Tottenham, yeah, the intensity they were pressing in that midfield. Bro, I think he had like 4 out of 12 passes completed or something like that. Because they weren't letting him play. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's all it was, bro. If you don't let Odegaard play, it's a different story. If you let him play, he will kill you. Like, he's one of the most elegant players on the ball in the league. But the way Tottenham were pressing in that midfield, bro, he couldn't... Bro, they're talking about Arsenal's midfield. He played with 4 different players in that game in midfield, and he didn't look any better in either half.
Yeah, he did. Listen, can you do me a favour? There's a comment at 5:24 from a guy called Marshall. Right, I don't know how many people you got watching you inside right at the moment, Rants.
Yeah, they're still coming in, bruv. There'll be almost 1,000 people in here in no time.
Right. So for the 1,000 people, right, I'll tell you what. This comment at 5:24 from Marshall Kagami says, "Enjoy your moment in the sun, Spurs fans. You still won't win anything." If anything sums up 2023 football fans, it's that comment. First of all, enjoy your moment in the sun. What moment? We're just happy. We were told we had to pass the test.
But you enjoying playing football? Right? Like, what's wrong with that?
And we did well. Second of all, the fact that Arsenal fans' excuses today, you won't win anything. What's that got to do with yesterday? You told us you were going to batter us. Yeah, you're not winning anything. Marshall, I'll tell you what, Marshall, do me a favor. Sorry for picking on this one guy. Do me a favor, Marshall. Tell me in the chat, what are you winning this year? Because your fan base, you're going on like you're fresh off a treble. You guys had a good year last year after we finished above you for about 7 or 8 years in a row. You have one good year where you finish second, and all of a sudden you're looking down at everyone else in the league like, you can't beat us. We're going to batter you. You're not that good.
Yeah,
you're a good team. You're not Man City.
Nope.
Right? We're a team. You're 4 years into your project with your manager that won an FA Cup with Emery's squad. With his own squad, can't win jack. We're 6 games into our project with our manager, and we were better than you. We had more possession than you. We had more big chances than you, more passes than you, right? And yet you told us we were rubbish. So get back in your box. You're not Man City. Sorry,
no facts. You can't be predicting 5-1s and 4-0s, yeah, and then come out salty and say, oh yeah, but you couldn't beat us. Nah, less of that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Can't be doing that. You know what I mean? We can't be doing that now. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, man. So
do you know the thing as well, Rants, right? It was this, right? It was all week I've been watching, even if I was on the show or not, right? I've been watching, I'm sure you must have seen this. All these people that seem fixated on joint 11s, right? Like drives me mad because straight away all players are picked for different manager systems. But anyway.
Yeah, but the funny thing is on paper, yeah, if you do a combined 11, yeah, they're probably going to give Arsenal more players. But look what you done to Arsenal.
But it wasn't just more players, right? I was seeing Arsenal fans putting in 10 Arsenal players. Yeah. Some of them were going, I don't know, Maddison maybe, but not quite as good as Odegaard. And I'm like, right, you've got no Spurs players in this 11. Well, our fullbacks were better than yours. Our centre-backs were excellent. Maddison and Basuma were excellent. Sonny showed Gabriel Jesus how to score a goal, right? So what is it about these 11s?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, yeah, if you actually look at it, yeah, if you actually look at it, yeah, and you pick it on performances and you don't just pick it on names, yeah. I said before the game, yeah, and it's on wax, I said this Tottenham midfield's going to deal with this Arsenal midfield. I said it. It was obvious. You know, like that. Declan Rice is like one of the most overrated players to ever breathe oxygen, yeah? And then you've got Vieira, who is, again, nothing, bro. These are the kind of players, yeah? When Arsenal have 90% possession, all these guys look good. Do you know what I'm saying? But in a proper game of football, yeah? what are you going to do? Like, do you know what I mean? Rice and Vieira and then Odegaard. Bro, when I saw that midfield, I said, yo, Tottenham midfield going to deal with these lot. And then in the second half, when they brought on Havertz and Jorginho, it was the same thing, bruv. Like, that Tottenham midfield three, yeah, cooked up all Arsenal's midfielders. Everything they had to offer, bar Partey, got dealt with. Your whole midfield, all 5 of them. You know, like that. So, and if you did a combined 11, they wouldn't put any of those players in. So this is what I mean. The combined 11 thing don't really mean anything. Because if we're doing a combined 11, yeah, like Maddison's Maddison, innit? Maddison gets in my combined 11. Basuma gets in my combined 11. And then the third spot's up for grabs. If you don't want to give it to Sarr, who was immense, by the way, do you know what I mean? What, do you give it to Rice? For what? Because of his name. But what's he actually done, though? Nothing.
I'm so frustrated, Rants, because like even now, what makes me laugh is I did a video this morning, right, called, and it just said literally as brazen as this, it said Arsenal fans won your neck in. And you know what it is? I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it from all the Arsenal fans in your chat. Rather than just turn around and be grown up and go, do you know what? Yeah, we were wrong, right? You were better than we thought. We didn't batter you. We were wrong. What you're getting now is, oh, look at this shit club.
Yeah, you didn't beat us, but it's like you were the home team and you got cooked at home.
You told us you were going to batter us. I came on here last week, said 2-2. I went on to Big Six, 2-2. I've said 2-2 all week, right? I've said Arsenal are the better club. Arsenal are advanced in their project with their manager. This is Arteta's squad. Yeah, Big Ange has got 2 or 3 of his own players, right? You should have beaten us. So when we get a draw, it's not Spurs fans going, oh my God, look at, we're celebrating massively. We're celebrating because you guys, right? You guys mugged us off. You didn't give us a chance on any show. You could pick any YouTube channel you want.
I didn't hear a single Arsenal fan that didn't think that they would win comfortably.
Right, comfortably. right? Do you know what? If they had come to me, Rants, and said, do you know what, Sav, I think we're going to scrape this. I'd go, fair play to you. Yeah, you're the home team.
I didn't even hear 2-1.
No, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, right? And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Like this guy in your chat, Rickin, he cracks me up, man.
Nah, but Rickin is he's sour. Like he is because, bro,
really
he was
sour.
in my watch along, yeah?
Really
and
sour.
he was like, yo, these guys are cooking us. He was pissed. He knows that. But now he's out here battling for his team. But deep down, he knows they got cooked. He knows, innit? But he just fighting back. It's just, that's like when these guys are saying, oh, why didn't you beat us? You were at home. It was always on you.
Yeah.
To come out and win the game, and you didn't even get close to winning the game. Like you got an own goal and you got gifted a penalty. Like that was about it. That you got outplayed at home. You didn't look like the home team outside of the first 15 minutes of the game. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them things where
humble.
Like as the home team, you have to beat the opposition. That's your job. Like that's it. You can't say to Spurs if you were so good. If they were saying, if you're so good, why didn't you beat us? No, that's not how football works. Do you know what I mean? You're the home team. You're the team that has to beat what's in front of you, and you couldn't do it. And you didn't come close to doing it either.
It cracks me up, man. Like, do you know, some of the excuses I've heard, friends? I mean, do you know what? We did a show yesterday morning. So at 10 o'clock, we did a build-up show. And me and 5 other Spurs YouTubers, we started writing down live on screen, right, what are the Arsenal excuses? Let's get them ready for when they don't beat us, right? And it was, oh, Timber and Partey were injured. But Rants, they already knew that in the lead up to the week where they predicted 5-0 and 5-1, right? Martinelli didn't play, but you knew Martinelli was 50-50. You knew he might not play. It was all of this stuff. Now that we get the draw, right?
Yep.
They're now coming going, oh, but Declan Rice went off injured. But Trossard, but Martinelli. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys know, but one of our best players, Rodrigo Bentancur, has been injured for 9 months, right? One of our best players. Last year, he was our best player.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to see him under this manager because he's going to, oh, my days.
So no Spurs fan in the build-up mentioned, we're missing Bentancur, right? We had 20-year-old Udogie at left-back against Starboy. We had 20-year-old Papa Sarr in midfield against Declan Rice and Odegaard, right? We had 22-year-old Mickey van der Ven, who was sensational and has been all season, right? We've got all these, Brennan Johnson making his full debut, right? Yeah. And then these fans are going, oh, but we missed Martinelli. All right. We got Lo Celso injured, Bentancur injured, Madison went off injured.
Martinelli's a seasoned Premier League player, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a kid at left wing. Like, madness. And you know what kills me about this as well? When I'm saying our marginal differences weren't complete game changers. Are you going on, like the save that your goalkeeper made from what's his name? From your young winger. That kid? What's his name? From Brendan, what's his name?
Who's that? From
your left winger.
Our left winger, Emmanuel Solomon, Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson, that's the one. The save that the keeper made, yeah, where he miskicks it, yeah. Talking about fine margins. What about the cross that got blocked? I think it was by Gabriel, yeah. Desperate. Son's tapping that in. Do you know what I mean? After Spurs opened you up. Like, listen, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. When you're talking about fine margins, they're like, yeah, but if Gabriel Jesus scored, yeah, like, what do you mean, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your defender, last gasp block from that cross, Spurs are scoring. Goalkeeper makes a save, yeah, that in hindsight, yeah, the save looks better than it actually was because there was no pace on it, but it's still a save he had to make. So when you're talking about fine margins, yeah, bro, your defenders and your goalkeeper kept you in the game as well. And you got given a penalty, and you should have had a red card given against you as well. Do you know what I mean? So
I was going with that.
So, bro, like when Arsenal fans are talking about our fine margins, bro, you should have had 10 men, and you could have conceded 4 or 5 goals. Like,
and let's keep it. You didn't score a clean goal in open play.
You didn't score an open play goal either. Like, but these, what are you talking about? When I'm hearing these excuses,
they were going to rip us 5-0. We're going to lose 5-0. We're going to lose 5-0. There's no way this Spurs team. It makes you laugh. Look, for me, I've said all season, nothing's changed for me after that game. I've kept everything the same. My predictions on the season are the same. my prediction on Postecoglou, my thoughts and wants for what I want the club to do in the next windows are the same. But it was just so nice to see these fans that, honestly, right, so Friday morning, Rants, right? I do a show every morning at 10 a.m. Friday morning, I had about 700 people in the chat. And I honestly, it felt like 300 of them must be Arsenal fans, right? It was just overtaken. The hype in the chat was just phenomenal. And I said to them, when you don't beat us, you make sure you come back into my chat on match day. 2 or 3 of them maybe did to say fair play. The rest of them missing in action. Like they can't just turn around. Look at these Arsenal people like Rickon can't turn around and go, do you know what? Fair play. You're better than we thought. We were a bit overzealous. But they don't. What they do is they go, oh yeah, Spurs played well, but there's got to be a but. Declan Rice went off injured. Really?